Good morning. Just show me once how to use equations with Excel. You'll see here that I've pulled up the Excel program, and I've started with just some numbers over here in this column. And for today's lesson, it doesn't matter where I put the numbers, but I've just put them in column A. You'll notice that each column is labeled here with an alphabetical letter, and each row is labeled with a number. But I've put several numbers here, and there's a very neat shortcut, which is this Autosum. Do you see up here? And if I click at the bottom of a string of numbers and I click Autosum, it will take, and you see how it boxes all of the numbers, and this is how you know that it's got all the numbers that you intend to have. And then if you just hit enter on your keyboard, it gives you a total of all those things combined. Now, just for fun, if I put another number up here, but remember it's outside the box, you'll notice that did not change the total of my sum here because it was outside the box. Now let's just try a little experiment. I'm going to take that total out. I deleted it. I clicked on that box and I hit backspace or delete. And now I'm going to go back up and I'm going to hit auto sum again. But you notice that there's a space, there's an empty field here or cell between the 6 and the 7 here, and therefore it did not grab it. If I wanted to grab it, you see how there's a little blue mark right in the corner there? And if I get my mouse right on it, my mouse changes to the double-ended arrow, and I can press the left key button on the mouse, hold it down, and then drag up, and then let go. And now my total is going to include all of those, and then I'm going to hit enter, and now I've got a new total which includes this 6, even though there was a gap here. Now, interestingly enough, if I add, just for fun, we'll add the number 8 because that should change our total, right, to 190. Let's try it. There we go, because that was included in our box. So any number that was in that box is now going to be included in the total. Now, let me show you another little detail. If you want to do equations, there's several, but we're going to start with sum today. So we're going to do equals sum, and that is the key right there. If you can learn to type equals sum, you can do a million things. Now we're going to do parenthesis. You remember parenthesis in math? And we'll do 6, and we'll just do plus, and so that's, for me, it's on the top row on the far right. And you have to push the shift bar down to get the plus, otherwise you get the equal sign. But anyway, 6 plus, and I'll just for fun do 7, and then I'm going to do the end parenthesis, which again is I'm pushing the shift key and the 0 key, because of course you get 0 if you don't push shift, but excuse me, if you do hit shift, then you get the close parenthesis. Now I'm going to hit enter, and now look at that, we've got 13, because it equals sum 6 plus 7. Now, if you remember your math, let's do 6 times 7. So I'm thinking it's 35 if I remember my math properly. But notice I clicked up here in this little bar. This is important. I'm clicking up in this little bar, and I'm going to do 6 times 7. And I'll get rid of some of those other gobbledygook. Now, just so you know, that is the asterisk over the 8. So I'm holding down the shift key and hitting the symbol that is above the 8, the number 8. And that's how I got that times symbol. And now I'm going to hit enter. And it's 42, not 35. So I need to review my math apparently. So it's equals sum. That's the key. If you can remember to type in equals sum. And then if you're doing plus, then of course, you use the plus symbol. If you use minus, you can use the minus symbol. Let me click back in here and we will do the minus symbol just to show you. And let's do an easy one here. I'm doing 9 times minus 7. And I'm going to hit enter. There we go. It worked. All right. So we got plus, minus, multiplication. Now let's do division. So I'm going to click back up in here, my bar up here. And the way you do division is you're using the backslash. And that's the one that's down near the bottom right of your keyboard. right near the Shift key. It is shares a button on my keyboard, at least, with the question mark. So I don't need to hit Shift. And then let's make this easy math again, so you know it's working. So I put in 9 divided by 3. I'm going to hit Enter, and there we go. So here's my equations. This is super helpful. We'll stop right now for this one. This is good enough for today. I'll show you some more in another video. But thanks for joining. Have a great day. Bye-bye.